Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News.
Good afternoon. The news continues as we hit 12:30. Bill Bryant and Barbara Bailey for WKYT. People are saying goodbye now to a Southern Kentucky truck driver today.
Relatives tell us that Leonard Wayne Mink of Pulaski County was killed Wednesday trying to help some kids in an 18-vehicle pileup on a Pennsylvania interstate. Today, many of his trucking friends are paying tribute to his memory as part of his funeral service. WKYT's Phil Pendleton is in Somerset and shows us what they're doing. It's our top story at 12:30. Phil?
The funeral services for 67-year-old Leonard Wayne Mink taking place this morning at Lake Cumberland Funeral Home. And as you can see behind me, there are many tractor trailers set up outside the funeral home. Those vehicles all part of the processional. This is a way his family tells me that the truck driver would want to be remembered. Now, big rigs were lined up outside the funeral home, and as the services came to a close, they were to be part of the processional from here to the cemetery. Mink was killed Wednesday as he was coming back to Berea after dropping off a load of auto parts in Pennsylvania. It was a route that he had traveled many times before. Wednesday, there was a snow squall and vehicles started piling up on one another. Mink, seeing that some kids needed help, left his rig and he was killed.
I've known him for a lot of years. I trucked with him, his other four brothers, in the coal mines, over the road. We've run a lot of years together. And that was just his nature, to help anybody as we all do.
Now, there were 8 trucks part of the processional initially this morning, but I'm told that as the trucks are leaving the funeral home and getting on the Cumberland Parkway, more trucks will be joining in route to the cemetery. In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Mink was one of 3 people who died in that pileup last Wednesday.
Well, a Winchester mother is in jail and charged with attempted murder after police say she put her newborn baby in a bag. According to court documents, Cassandra Haney's roommate called 911 after finding a newborn in a bag. The documents say that Haney gave birth to the baby in a toilet on Friday night in her Linden Avenue home. Officers say she then put the baby in a plastic garbage bag. Her roommate heard the crying and called police. The baby was taken to Kentucky Children's Hospital for treatment. We do not know the baby's condition at this point. Haney is expected in court Wednesday afternoon to answer to attempted murder and evidence tampering charges. A woman is accused of badly beating a former co-worker during an overnight robbery. Paris police charged Donna Whistman with assault and robbery. The store manager of the Shell gas station on Main Street says Whistman was fired several weeks ago. She also says the victim, Lisa Eubanks, has 3 staples in her head and is badly bruised after today's attack.
A Letcher County man has died after being involved in an ATV crash. Family members went searching for 76-year-old Cooley Baker after he hadn't been seen in several hours. They found him less than a mile from his home along an old logging road near the Isom community. The ATV had overturned, trapping him underneath. The Letcher County coroner, along with Kentucky State Police, investigating that death. We have new details this afternoon in a deadly shooting at a Lexington bowling alley. The indicted in the shooting entered a plea deal in the case. Devontae Webb was scheduled to go to trial today for murder. We've learned instead that he went to court Friday and pleaded guilty to manslaughter. Webb fired shots inside a bowling alley on New Circle Road back in April 2013. Stephen Reynolds died in that shooting. As of this morning, a sentencing date for Webb has not yet been set.
Investigators think somebody is setting fires intentionally across Lexington. Firefighters responded to 2 different dumpster fires overnight, one at Nicholasville Road and at the West Lowry Drive area, the other on nearby Malibu Drive. A fire captain at the scene says both fires could have done a lot of damage if they hadn't gotten there quickly. The first was started close to a building, and the other fire was under some power lines. Fire officials say there have been other dumpster fires recently in Lexington as well. Investigators are going back out to the scene of a weekend fire that killed 3 prized horses. As state troopers spotted the flames off Paris Pike in Bourbon County late Saturday night, fire crews got to the scene, but the barn was destroyed. The owner says he had planned on taking his horses to Keeneland this week to sell them.
The Lexington Police Department officially has a new head man. Mark Barnard was sworn in this morning as the city's new police chief. He's replacing former Chief Ronnie Baston, who's now Lexington's Public Safety Commissioner. Barnard has 28 years of service with the police department and most recently served as Assistant Chief and head of the Investigations Bureau.
All right, we wish him well and congratulations. Many cancer survivors report lingering problems long after they've beaten the disease.
And why some people may be more prone to post-traumatic stress. Ebony Williams has details in this Better Living report.
A new study suggests many cancer patients are haunted by difficulties even decades after they've been cured. Researchers in Florida found nearly 60% of patients complained of continuing physical or financial obstacles, as well as anxiety about getting sick again. New data indicates not enough infants are getting vaccinated against rotavirus, a common cause of severe diarrhea. Researchers say babies, especially preemies, are at risk. Doctors say the vaccination should be given at 2 months with other shots. And scientists at UCLA have identified 2 genes they say may play a role in why some people suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder and some don't. Researchers hope the findings could help diagnose and treat PTSD better in the future. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Ebony Williams, CBS News, New York.